early 2025, I spent an entire month not making any progress. I wasn't skipping the gym like a bozo. I was still lifting every single day, but I wasn't able to answer one question. Should I bulk or should I cut? Here's where I was at 150 pounds. I had the award-winning men's classic skinny fat physique with decent arms and a soft midsection. I was stuck for weeks, bro, because every answer online was the same dog water garbage. Oh, just do body recomposition, bro. Just do body recomp, bro. Man, get the fuck out. Body recomposition is complete BS unless you're a beginner or if you're on the secret special sauce, if you know what I mean. For everyone else, it's a slow way to do two things badly. So there I am, 150 pounds, wondering about body recomposition like a bozo, watching other gym bros on Instagram who already made it. Meanwhile, I'm stuck like stepsis. And then I did one thing that I should have done on week 1. I finally made my Indian dad proud and I did some math. Here's the thing that nobody tells the skinny fat guys. If I started my cut at around 150 pounds and assuming I had around 20 to 25% body fat, I would have to get below 130 pounds before I got to the look that I wanted to get at. I would have to get below 130 fucking pounds. That would have been literally lighter than what I was in high school. And here's the thing, when I was 150 pounds, I didn't build that much muscle yet. If I would have cut down, I would have cut down and revealed basically nothing. Would I have been skinny? Sure. Would I have been lean? Sure. But I would have also been small. I'd be at victim weight. I did not want to be a victim that badly. Look, bro, this is the trap. You want to get lean and big at the same time. So you go on a cut first. I will lean out and then I will build. With that pathway, you'll end up being under muscled. Cutting first makes you a smaller version of the body you already hate. At this point of being confused, I actually had a pretty good idea. I asked the dudes who already had the physique that I wanted what I should do. Guys with actual size, and almost all of them said the same exact thing, and it wasn't even close. They all said bulk. Bro, you're 150 pounds with barely any muscle. Eat, eat, eat. And then it started to make sense. The question isn't, do I want to get big or lean? The question is, what am I right now? If you are proper skinny fat, you're far under muscled for the physique you actually want. The answer almost every single time is to lean bulk. Don't dream about bulking. Don't be pathetic when you bulk. And don't eat everything and get fat bulking. What you need to do is lean bulk. You need a small surplus, a small caloric surplus, and train hard like your life depends on it for a year or two. Grow the muscles you actually want and then cut down so you can reveal massive fucking biceps. If you don't already know what I mean by a small surplus, it is eating around a couple hundred of extra calories per day so you can gain weight over time. You want to keep this small because you don't want to gain a lot of fat. You want to gain primarily muscle. I'd much rather be a little fatter for a few years and then cut into a jacked motherfucker compared to cutting right now and get skinny while trying to lean bulk. Here's exactly what you need to do. Whenever someone asks me, how do I lean down and build a lot of muscle? I don't give them a magic genie wishy-washy cop-out answer. I ask 3 questions. What's your physique goal? What's your current weight? And what does your physique actually look like right now? The answers to those 3 questions tell me everything that I need to know. But here is the kicker. 90% of the time, actually, probably more like 95% of the time, the answer is always to lean bulk, because the person asking me is usually far under muscled for the lean physique they are striving for. They can get lean now, but they'd be really small, and that trade-off is not worth it. And to be clear, I said 95% of the time. It depends on your current physique. Let me give you an example of an exception because I think it's important to see the little nuance in this scenario. My cousin is around 17 years old. He is skinny fat, arms thinner than my forearms, and quads probably smaller than my calves. His midsection is super round and flabby. Not a single bit of training. For him, the math flips. He is a true beginner with high body fat percentage and zero muscle. Body recomposition is actually possible for him. He can build a lot of muscle and lose a lot of fat at the same time because of newbie gains. No, I'm not going to put him on the secret sauce. For him, cutting might be the first move to do. Going into a 300 to 500 calorie deficit per day might get him to the physique that he wants to be at. Notice what changed for my cousin. He had the exact same question: bulk or do I cut? But he has a different answer, and it's because he has a different current physique. That's why just bulk bro and just cut bro are cop-out answers. It all depends on your current physique. People on the internet don't really explicitly talk about this side of the story, but I want you to be aware of it so you can understand why it's so important to bulk up first. So from 150 pounds, I lean bulked my way up to 175 pounds. 175 pounds is the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I did gain some fat. I gained quite a bit of fat. I was the chubbiest I've ever been. In that year, I had gotten a 225 pound bench, 315 pound squat, and a 405 deadlift. And most importantly, I actually had muscle to reveal. My body didn't just disappear into thin air. I actually became jacked. That's the thing that people don't tell you on the internet. It's not always about the abs. It's about the quiet confidence of walking into the room and knowing you put in work that nobody else did. It's the way you carry yourself like Conor McGregor over here when you're not second guessing your own body. You probably don't know how good that feels yet, but it's on the other side of one decision. Commit. Stop flip-flopping. Pick a path. Bulk or cut. Pick the path your body actually needs and run it for a year. To recap, if you are skinny fat, under-muscled, or you just feel stuck, you should probably just lean bulk for a year or two. Build real muscle, get a little fatter, get a little stronger, then run your legendary cut. Because cutting down to nothing just makes you a smaller version of the body you already hate. The only exception to this rule is if you are a pure beginner and you have low or basically zero muscle like my cousin. For you, the option is probably to cut and do body recomposition. Newbie gains is actually the only free lunch in this sport. Now I want to help you actually decide. Drop in the comments below your current weight, height, and your physique goal. All you have to say is like, oh, I'm 165 pounds, I'm 5'10", and I want to look like Ronnie Coleman. Then I'll tell you what you need to do, bulk or cut. If you want me to look at your body and tell you exactly what you need to do, bulk or to cut, which path you need to go down, which split you need to run, how many days per week you need to go to the gym, what diet you should be on, you should book a one-on-one coaching call with me with the top link in the description. I've been where you are. I know what works. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, because the next video I am dropping is the exact meal plan that I did to lean bulk my way from 150 to 175 pounds. You're not gonna want to miss it. You know what to do. Get up and get after it.